All right, everybody, it is a Saturday night, and hopefully you're feeling all right. Christmas was good. New Year's is around the corner. Got just a few days out, and we're going to be addressing some wholesale changes that are coming our way in the weather department for much of the U.S. I've heard a lot of complaints about it being a little too mild or a little too warm for Christmas. Well, those complaints will likely change into complaints about it being too cold as we head on into the start of January, starting right around New Year's Day and into that first 7 to 10 days of the month. We're going to see those temperatures plummet in a big way. So focused on that during this update. But we do have a lot going on that's out there right now. Quick look at the infrared satellite showing a lot of thunderstorm activity across parts of the south. We've got a pair of low pressure centers, and with that, lots of jet stream wind energy above us. Still abundant moisture coming out of the Gulf, and that's the reason we have an issue with severe weather tonight. There is a moderate risk, in fact, of severe weather across the deep south. There's that moderate risk area. I'll take off the satellite information. You can just see the areas that are most at risk here, including much of central northern Louisiana, Alexandria to Monroe. Make your way into central portions of Mississippi, including Jackson, Meridian. This area in the red, pretty rare, but you do occasionally see those moderate risk. In December, it's not like the situation we had a couple of Decembers ago that made for the Mayfield tornado, the tri-state tornado, right? The modern day tri-state. But still, some really nasty thunderstorms out there tonight. Now, the focus of this video will be not on tonight, but it's about the changes coming up to begin the new year. And all indications with the major mid-range weather models are that we're going to see a significant change into the first week and a half of January. It looks like a full displacement of the polar vortex. What does that mean? Well, I'm glad you asked. All right, so let's get on into some of that. We'll start you, though, with current radar. A couple of warnings, by the way, with that severe weather episode that's ongoing across the Deep South. You can see those warnings there right along the Mississippi River and approaching Vicksburg. But with that being said, this is really just the beginning of a major pattern shift for much of the eastern United States. Take a look at the jet stream pattern here, and this is really going to help dispel the changes that we're experiencing with that first jet, that bit of energy bringing with it the severe thunderstorms that we're seeing across the south. Well, watch how this evolves over time. We get that one piece of energy that lifts through. You get another one that rounds the base just in time for the new year. That's going to bring primarily rain for much of the eastern U.S., some snow into the central and western Great Lakes. That will be for New Year's Day. But look at all that jet stream wind energy behind it. It keeps coming in. And then we see this shift occur as we head on into the second week of January, where you're seeing large ridging. It's a high pressure system that forces the jet stream to go way north into Canada and Alaska before tumbling back down on the other side. And that's going to bring in some Arctic cold around January the 7th, 8th, 9th, around that time frame for the eastern United States. A lot of cold. How cold are we talking about? Well, I'm glad you asked. So this is the actual forecast, and we'll run through this real quick. Super broad rainmaker moving its way into the Ohio River Valley tonight through the Great Lakes. Going to dump a little bit of snow for the UP of Michigan, parts of northern central Michigan. Tonight, tomorrow. And then we have this clipper system diving out of the plains as we head on into New Year's. This is going to be New Year's Eve, rain for the Ohio River Valley, and then it kind of spins up into a bit of a nor'easter with some interior snows across the Northeast. This is going to be January 1st, January 2nd. And then we have a strong storm system that'll be watching around January the 5th. So moving out here a little more than a week from now, that's going to bring for sure some heavy snowfall across portions of the Midwest Great Lakes. We'll see how far south that snow line will go. Rain for the south and southeast. And then it's just all about that cold that's going to spill in behind it. Here's a look at the temperature anomalies. So these temperatures compared to normal. And this is as we finish up December. Notice all the red and then the greens and the blues, the cool colors begin to take shape across the central United States. And right there along the spine of the Rockies, the Canadian Rockies, that's where that Arctic air mass will be originating from. And it's going to continue to feed to the south and east in time, and eventually we'll see a big old blob of purple all over the central eastern United States as we head towards January 7th to the 10th. Huge cold wave. Last night, the Euro was showing temperatures of minus zero, widespread sub-zero, but in the 10 to 20 degrees below zero range for a huge section of the Great Lakes, the Midwest, the Ohio River Valley. The current run is not quite as crazy, but it's still very cold. These are actual air temperatures by Friday morning on January the 10th. And you can see anywhere in the white, in the gray, sub-zero to the tune of 10 to 20 degrees below zero. Actual air temperature that doesn't even factor in the wind. With that being said, those complaints about it being too warm for Christmas will quickly fade, and we'll all begin to unwrap those fuzzy gifts from underneath the Christmas tree, right? The wool socks, the scarves, the Snuggies, they're all going to be welcome because we're going to need the heat. Anyway, with that being said, thanks for joining us. If you got something out of this video, please give me a thumbs up, maybe a share as well. And we'll continue to monitor the situation. You guys stay warm, stay blessed. We'll talk to you soon.